9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
What up, y'all? I need to mute this. Wow, there we go. What up, y'all? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. This is the last WWT Live for 2025. I can't even believe we are at the end of 2025. I mean, it's crazy. But that doesn't stop the news and all the things that are happening in the wrestling world. So we're definitely going to get into it. I'm not alone, y'all. Thank goodness. The PR princess herself coming off a 3-hour tour. No, a 3-hour show. AEW Dynamite. Miss Courtney Rice is in the building.
Happy Friday. Yeah, we had a very interesting 3-hour holiday bash happening, but I wanted to continue the holiday spirit because this is our final show of 2025, and there is so much happening because we see people wrapping up the year, trying to get ready for the holidays, but here we are. We're talking about good old-fashioned wrestling.
Good old-fashioned, and it just never stops because for you guys, I think I'm definitely going to do this. So I believe American Gladiator just hit the airwaves, so we are going to have a watch along for that. We are going to finish for those guys who are like, what happened to LFG? We're going to finish that. Even though you might have watched it, we're going to finish that up, and we're also going to do some WoW. So there is going to be some streaming happening, just not your regular scheduled program. And he definitely is not on your regular scheduled program every day, but we are so happy he is here. Mr. K. McCoy, how you doing?
Only on days that end in Y am I on calendars. Happy Christmas, everybody. The holiday will be here. This time next week will be Boxing Day. Is exciting. So hopefully you get a lot of gifts in your stockings. Yes, for Boxing Day. Or, and you get gifts in your Mr. Sockos if you have those hanging as well for wrestling purposes. But it's a great time, man. 'Tis the season beatings. Cheers.
Season beatings, indeed. Y'all in the chat, let us know where you're hailing from, what city, what country, what state, all of that good stuff. And our super chats are open, and you're like, what are the super chats? For $1 or $2 or more, you that'll donate to supporting WWT. You'll find out where CED is on the streets of all time. You'll help Will get that elusive CW contract together and all that good stuff. And you can ask us any questions that you want. Last show of the day, so last show of the year, excuse me. So let's definitely keep it going. And
we look very festive, TK. We're very festive today. I'm happy we got the
you know what? It wasn't even intentional. So
yes.
No, it wasn't.
How it works. Also, too, there is going to be a lot of wrestling from here on out and into 2026. So definitely go and get yourself a NordVPN. Money is money in. Not everybody's balling. If you're not balling, or if you just want to save some money, definitely go on NordVPN. Put that code WWT, and you get 75% off. So definitely keep it locked in for all of that good stuff as well. But let's get into our first story, SI's 2025 Pro Wrestling Awards. I definitely saw Naomi on that, but PR Princess, tell us about it, how it all went down.
Ooh, so shout outs to the entire team of Sports Illustrated because they had their annual 2025 Pro Wrestling Award Show and so many things. And you did mention Naomi. Just a few highlights from there. Storyline of the year was Hangman Adam Page's redemption arc. We also had Rivalry of the Year, which was Hangman Adam Page and Jon Moxley. Heel turn of the year goes to Naomi, as it should. Best on the mic, I mean, need I say more? My lady, the gal of the hour, timeless Toni Storm. Best in the ring goes to Mr. Will Ospreay. Breakout wrestler of the year, Kyle Fletcher. We also do have comeback wrestler of the year, Ilya Dragunov, after coming back this year. Tag team of the year, we have FTR after they reclaimed and now 3-time AEW tag team champions. Women's Wrestler of the Year, we do have, of course, Mercedes Moné. And for the men's side, Hangman Adam Page. And for Match of the Year, WrestleMania 41, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. A lot of choices to have and everything else, but those are that. And also for the show of the year, it's AEW's Double or Nothing that happened. Because, of course, we did have Anarchy in the Arena, where we did have the intergender between Marina Shafir and Willow Nightingale. Obviously, of course, we had Hangman Adam Page taking on Will Ospreay in the finals for the Owen Hart Men's Cup tournament. We also did have Mercedes Moné taking on Jamie Hayter for the finals for the Women's Owen Hart Cup tournament. But those are the award winners that we had this year. And sending congratulations to all the winners. But wanted to get any thoughts? Was there something that you didn't like? Was there something that you thought somebody else deserved?
It's
Kane,
very
like you
clear. I know. I'm going to say it first before Kane gets there. I don't know what Kane's going to say.
Yes.
It's very, very clear out of all these lists, including ours, whether you hate her or you love her, Mercedes Moné is across the board the wrestler of the year on multiple lists, big and small. So definitely congratulations to her. I do like these lists. I do like, different perspectives on different things. But they tend to be in and around the same kind of vein where we're coming from. So that is nice to know that we're kind of all watching the same thing and all interpreting it the same way. So yeah, it's Sports Illustrated, man. It's Sports Illustrated. Kate?
This is vindication. This is a victory lap for All Elite Wrestling. What a banner year that they have had in 2025, from having the number 1 and 2 women's wrestlers on PWI with Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm, for them having Moxley finished second in the men's PWI, also Adam Page and Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay. They had 4 out of the top 10. And for SI to give them these accolades just shows that the in-ring product has been exquisite in All Elite Wrestling this year. And quite frankly, it has. The IWC is very upset right now. They're claiming that AEW paid for this. If you guys recall, just last year, WWE dominated these awards with Cody winning Men's of the Year and breakout star being Jacob Fatu with all that. And the show of the year was WrestleMania 40, as it deserved to be. And this year, there's no difference for AEW. AEW has had a banner year in the ring. So it's one of those things where you feel like a lot of people that support the Stanford territory, listen, ain't no such thing as halfway crooks, homie. It's a lot of shook ones coming up right now because y'all told me that AEW was a piss-end company. It was a t-shirt company. They weren't competition. It didn't matter. Well, the streets beg to differ, and they have made it known how they feel about All Elite Wrestling with both the sickos and reputable legendary magazines, publishing places, outlets like Sports Illustrated. So kudos to All Elite Wrestling for having a banner 2025. And this is great momentum to take into 2026.
Yeah. We also have to add next year when we do our award show again, promotion of the year too. We didn't add that. Shout out to our producer from the future, Dylan, in the chat. Eric's in the chat. I think I saw Bosa in there as well. So thank you guys for joining. That also brings us to the PWI's Tag Team 100, the Hardys topping number 1. So tell us a little bit about that.
That part right there, because I wanted to say something on Sports Illustrated, and this is no shade to them, because as much as I would love,
as much as I no shade, it's really shade.
I don't want to say that. I mean, I don't want to throw any shade around Tag Team of the Year because this is no disrespect to FTR, but you should have at least shown some love to these guys right here, because I know TNA, people don't watch TNA, but they had some good matches this year. And obviously there was not that many strong tag teams, not just in AEW, but WWE, but also TNA. But you can't forget about the Hardys. The Hardys are one of the most influential tag teams, which still to this day, I mean, everybody says New Day, everybody says the Usos, everybody says all those other teams, but you cannot forget about the Hardys, because even though they're in their 50s and everything else, but they've always came back for some odd reason. And I was very surprised on that tag team list. They did not have FTR or the Young Bucks on that list as well. And Sports Illustrated picked them as tag team of the year, which is not a shock to me because there wasn't that many strong tag teams really much outside of Brodino and the Hurt Syndicate. But you can't go wrong with the Hardys. I just think like you should at least get an honorable mention to the Hardys for tag team.
Sounds like shade to me, but okay.
Yeah, that's what I put my glasses on. Yeah, I put my glasses on for that. Put my glasses on. Yeah, one shade there.
Okay, any thoughts?
I mean, it's one of those things where you look at this as an award of an appreciation. In my opinion, the Hardys have had a great year. You've seen them come home to the Stamford territory, defeating Dark State to becoming NXT Tag Champions and giving the win back to Dark State. Of course, they have their legendary match, the last ever tables match to retire Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys. So this is only the 6th year of this category. In their prime, Hardys probably would have won more. So this feels like this is likely the last year where the Hardys will even be considered top 10. So it's definitely a lifetime achievement award for the Hardys. But to Courtney's point, very shocked not to see FTR on here. I guess Sports Illustrated said FTR really stands for F the Revival or something, because like no flips, no fist, no list neither for FTR. So no flips, just fist, but no list for FTR. Hurt Syndicate finished 2. I thought maybe they could have been in contention for number 1 following their tag team run and just how over they are. But overall, I'm not mad at this list at all. And of course, lists are pretty subjective.
And also, I was very happy the Street Profits were on that list too. I was very happy to see them.
Yeah, because this definitely could be the last year for a while for the Street Profits being on the tag team list. So let's go ahead.
I mean, the amount of years people have been saying Street Profits is going to be like broken up, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess.
Just put your watch on.
I'd rather them do like a New Day breakup where it's just like we're just doing things on the single side, but we're still homies. But you know, it is what it is. I know Dylan's gonna be asking for it, so you can put that edit out, the SmackDown preview. You want to take it, Kane?
WWE SmackDown before Santa slides down our chimneys. The last SmackDown before Christmas time. Big show things as we have the Wyatt Six, who coincidentally also were not on that SI team list, but hopefully they'll make it next year. They're going to defend those WWE Tag Team Championships against the MFTs. Do we know which MFTs are fighting? Do we know like which ones?
We have no idea.
Is it Tamla and Tala? Or by the way, they should have a freebird rule with that. Like I know right now the tag team champs are Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, but Eric Rowan and both Uncle Howdy should be able to wrestle for it should be a just saying, Road Dog. I know you watched the show. They're going to take on the MFTs tonight. So we're going to find out who those 2 members of the MFTs will be. Plus, Cody Rhodes returns to SmackDown after launching a home invasion on Drew McIntyre. Wow. I mean, we saw Drew McIntyre come out against Obafemi to end that match. Didn't really like how that match ended. Of course, we called it that it might be a no contest, but we saw Drew come out and kind of get his upcomings against both Oba and Cody, and they stood side by side. And then Cody said, "Enough is enough." And if you've watched WWE's YouTube this past week, because they put it on social, big shouts to Transmedia, going elsewhere to find things. Then you saw that Drew McIntyre had an interview with Nick Aldis to try to figure out what was going on. Because remember, on SmackDown, Nick mentioned he's going to go to Drew's house. And Cody was like, what a coinkydink, I'm going to pull up like gym class as well. So the American Nightmare pulled up the Dream Street to try to knock out Drew McIntyre. It was terrific. I loved how it looked. So Cody's going to address that as well, because Drew McIntyre pulled up to Cody's home away from home, which is his bus where his children sleep. He went real Michael Corleone in that promo, and where his children play with their toys and whatnot. And Cody,
people even know Michael Corleone now? Like,
everyone listens to. People love rap music, and The Godfather and WWT combined together, you get the Cody Rhodes promo. So we're going to get the fallout from that. Can't wait to see what happens with Cody and Drew tonight. And then we got Ilya Dragunov, no U.S. Open Tag Championship defense this week. He's going to team up with Carmelo Hayes as they join forces to take on DIY. Everybody in this match has been NXT champion, so that's very dope to see that NXT is going to get some true shine. We have a storyline here for the U.S. Championship. For a while, it was just an open challenge, but now it looks like they're going to lean into this whole thing. Carmelo Hayes came out last week to help Ilya Dragunov as Tommaso Ciampa tried to cheat his way alongside Johnny Gargano. By the way, Candice LeRae, let's find something for her. She fell off a ladder through a bunch of tables, and she's just kind of been like, walking around since. Let's find something to do with her in the women's division. Thanks, Road Dogg. So we're going to see what follows up with that. Should be a dope match, a dope tag team match as well. And then we got Nia Jax and Lash Legend. This is going to be good. Non-title match against the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. I love Nia Jax and Lash Legend together, just the bougie bullies coming up here and taking your lunch money, taking your lunch, taking everything that you thrive for. See, my thing is, though, the Kabuki Warriors, I wonder, will the poison mist work? Because Lash Legend's face be beat, okay? And she got the moisturizer and the stuff that don't wash off. So I don't know if that, y'all put that spray on y'all face so the makeup don't run. What that called? Cleanser?
setting spray.
The setting,
yeah, something like the setting.
Clearly, I'm having a lonely Christmas and no one to buy it for it. But yeah, it's the poison mist will do nothing to Lash. So I like how Lash is looking. I like how she's being presented as a monster. So I cannot wait to see how this match turns out. And look out, because Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair won't be far behind. Finally scheduled tonight, we have Julia taking on Alba Fire. We got to figure out what to do with Julia. Does this start her quest back to the United States Championship held by Chelsea Green? Well, she's going to have to go through Chelsea's goon, Alba Fire from the Secret Service, as her journey begins tonight. By the way, where's Kiana James? Will Kiana James be there to advise her? Did she sign off on this? What happens? But stay in that for more. Plus, we will have Honey tonight. Yeah, Honey Night SmackDown.
Yes,
all with Honey, who will be taking you to a high land with Drew McIntyre and more on SmackDown tonight. Because he's Scottish. That's the only reason why. High edutainment, high quality with Honey playing at SmackDown tonight.
Question. So I definitely am looking forward, obviously, women's wrestling, to Nia Jax and Lash Legend against the Kabuki Warriors. But do you think that what Nia is doing with Lash is what Nia could have done with Naomi on a Samoan Dynasty bloodline tip? I mean, I'm never gonna let it go. I don't think it's ever gonna happen, but a girl can dream.
I mean, they teased it a bit right before she got pregnant when they saw each other. They teased it just a little bit.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that. We spoke about it a bunch of times. TK, I don't know if you still have the meme up and ready to go, but that bloodline meme you had was hilarious, with just everybody at the table. Including TK Uso was also at the table.
I mean, I was plugging for it. Oh no,
it's very important. If you check the family tree, you're there on like the left branch.
I was looking for it when I was in Vegas. Was that 3 years ago? Like when the Rock announced it in Vegas. That's gone too. The bloodline and WWE, as you know, although they make me happy, they also constantly disappoint me, because it's, you want to see certain things, and it's getting to that point where it's just like, it's almost like a Pacquiao and Mayweather. You eventually see it, and then you saw it, and you're just like, this could have been better 5 years or 7 years before that, but I'll take it. But I don't think we're gonna see The Rock. I don't think we're gonna see a women's bloodline, not with including Naomi. We might see one because there's more baby Usos popping up everywhere. But yeah, just
Yeah, no, during that dominant run, I really wanted Nia and Naomi to be tag champs. Just to complete just like 70 Samoans walking out with gold just at once.
Right. Like everything that happened with Naomi and Bianca and Jade, right? And then Bianca didn't necessarily know what who she was gonna choose. Naomi could have tagged up with her families, like, yo, F them hoes, and just run through the line. Like, I got family, I don't need y'all. Like, there could have been so many.
Yeah. I
many
literally got true family out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't need y'all sisters. I don't need y'all BFFs. I don't need none of that. Okay, here's who I eat Thanksgiving with in real life. We're at the same table, literally.
That part.
Maybe they can run it back.
Should.
We'll see. We'll see. Because when she comes back, we're also having people coming up from NXT, and there's. It's not to say there's not going to be a place for her. I definitely think there's going to be a place for her. However, I think, like I said, WWE gives me PTSD when it comes to Naomi, because they've done her just in my personal opinion, not the greatest. Every single time. So it's like,
you said this on the show in previous episodes. So
yeah,
you said it many times.
Yes. Clearly, I'm never gonna get over it. Clearly, I'm not gonna until she retires, then I can finally say WWE never did her. I keep that slight hope that they will, like, what, now is the time, Naomi, after 10 plus years with the company, now we are gonna give you what you deserve. But they love you. That is my monologue for 2025. Anyways, what are you excited about, Courtney?
Obviously outside of the ladies match, I'm very intrigued on what's going to happen with Cody after the interesting effect between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw bits of it, especially with Nick Aldis, and it looked very intense. And this is kind of the rivalry that everybody wanted with Cody, because we did see it with Kevin Owens, unfortunately, before he got injured, and there wasn't that serious rivalry that Cody had. Obviously he had that match with John at SummerSlam, but really having a good, solid rivalry in his title run, because it's not Cody's fault. It's just whoever's back there handling creative with his title. And I do think Drew would be a really good opportunity, because we still don't know when Kevin Owens is going to come back. But also, this is really good on really stretching themselves and really going further. Plus, we still see what Obafemi did to Drew McIntyre. So that's also another factor too on possibly going to the SmackDown brand as well. Obviously, of course, the tag team, both tag teams, because I'm very curious what they're doing with the tag team divisions, because we know the White Six, they have the tag team titles. They have been making an appearance in AAA. Don't know what's going to happen with the MFTs, but where are some of the other tag teams? The Street Profits, hello. Pretty Deadly. I know one half of them is out with an injury, but I'm waiting for you guys. Fraxium, where are you guys?
Yeah, all Fraxium do is be in backstage and talk to Ilya Dragunov about his championship. That's all they do. It's just be both of them like, hey, bruv, how's your United States championship? You want to at
least they're doing something and not just in catering where they get no camera time.
Yeah, well, they just stepped from the catering table to talk to Ilya, but they're back there just hanging out.
Can you be like, it's crazy? So on a mental level, right? You come to your job and you get free food because, I love me some free food. You get some free food, but then and you get dressed for the possibility, because you're not guaranteed. There's some people are guaranteed, these are the segments, these are the matches. And for 50-50 for you to turn around and fly back home, it's like you flew to just eat.
To me, if it's either do that, it sounds like the same thing that Instagram models do, so not that bad, right?
What?
At least you get a paycheck. With WWE, you get a paycheck, right?
Wait. So are they going? What? I'm so confused.
At least IG models fly and eat, and then just go back and they post about it.
So but they don't know.
At least with WWE, they get a paycheck. But then if you didn't get a
They're most
paycheck, at
likely
least.
somebody's flying them to the restaurant or the country. That's
Yeah, WWE's flying them out. They ain't paying, they spending their own money, so WWE flying them out. So yeah, it's like same difference. It's a Venn diagram somewhere. I don't know. It's a Venn diagram. I'll show my math later.
To the Instagram model. Wow, I didn't think we were
my
going to get that
It
comparison in
crosses.
2025.
It crosses somehow. It crosses somehow. Allegedly.
Wow. Definitely. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That was such a great show.
Allegedly.
WWE is telling TNA and AEW talent they are not currently hiring people. Of course not, because they have 5 billion shows. Not a complaint, but it's just like y'all hiring everybody. You can't hire everybody. What do you think about this report, Courtney? Especially, like, I know we are in a society where everybody has to know everything, but like something like this, where it's just like, oh, we're not hiring people. I think the writing's on the wall. Like, people are still gonna apply because you always want to be, front of mind. But I think it's very clear that WWE has no space in the inn for folks. Get that? That was I should give myself a wump. That was the definition.
I loved it. No, don't stand in it. Stand 10 toes down.
The cave one. But Courtney, what do you think about this?
Well, first off, this report originally was from good old Uncle Dave, because I take everything with Uncle Dave with a grain of salt. Great historian, but sometimes it's like, sir, you kind of take things with a grain of salt. But I think going back to your point, because earlier this year we've seen many cuts from WWE, and I think this kind of had to do not just with WWE but also TKO as well, since they're under the TKO umbrella. And people always want to point the finger at Triple H and everything, but I'm like, well, this kind of has to do with a lot of upper management within the TKO space, because there are just so many cooks that are in the kitchen, because it's like, you got to go to that person, you have to go to this person, well, who's in charge of this? And it's just kind of like there's not much structure in it, especially with the fact too, as I mentioned, with the price cuts. And also another thing too, because I always find it funny on certain publications, they think they know what's going on, but in actuality you don't, especially when it comes to contracts as well, because somebody contract can expire and there's so many speculations, and they may like sign a deal that's under the rug and keep it a secret. So we don't know what happens when it comes to contracts and the money part. And we kind of still don't know, because technically WWE and TKO are kind of still under that. So it's really much of a learning curve. And also with the fact too, they're going to get ready for WrestleMania in Vegas. So that's another thing as well. And also, you don't want to have too many wrestlers. And I think that's a lesson AEW needs to do. Stop signing wrestlers. You don't need anybody on your roster. Stop signing any wrestlers. Just focus on the people on the roster that you have. And also, too, it does come down to not just on the upper management, but also on creative side as well, because there's just so many wrestlers on that brand. It's very hard to develop storylines specifically, because we know John went bye-bye. AJ Styles, he's retiring next year. And we still don't know what's going to happen with Seth. Roman's part-time. Don't know what's going to happen with Brock as well, because there's allegedly reports chirping he's getting ready to finish professional wrestling in 2026. But who am I to say?
Kane?
Yeah, this just tells me that TNA is saving up his money to offer John Cena a contract. That's what that means, right? No? Okay, cool. He's finished with WWE, but he's going to awake from his dream after Gunther put him to sleep, and he's going to wake up on Thursday Night Impact. No, listen, there is so much wrestling that's happening, and it proves to the point how WWE has now become the end-all, be-all, both professionally and on the indies. Remember, they have now set up a new territory system, if you will, almost like a baseball league as far as being the majors with WWE. You got AAA/AA-ish with NXT. And then you got single A with Evolve. And then you got like the summer collegiate independent leagues with the WWE ID program where they could just kind of go out everywhere and represent WWE. And we've seen with all of that, we've seen that, okay, if you start here and can't make it there, we're going to get rid of you. And we've seen that, you know, now if you're not in the system, where the Moose and Eddie Edwards and Alicia and I'm missing somebody, JDC and Brian Myers, that system, shout out to TNA. But then like you basically screwed at this point. That's why you see wrestlers trying to get on, because if you're not under the umbrella, you're going to get ringed on. And that's essentially what's happening here with the WWE and TNA, because they're so closely aligned now, especially with TNA having AMC deal. They're going to be penny pitching for the first quarter or so. So you may not see any signings until March, April-ish when it comes to TNA. Right. The article we're citing says that actually we've had a couple of short-term deals with Jake Something, who I love, by the way, Steve Macklin, Zachary Wentz, and AJ Francis, who I think, you know, 3 out of 4 of those guys can be TNA world champion at this point. Something, Macklin, and Francis, while Wentz is kind of doing his thing with the Rascals, but he even knows what's up with them. So it's one of those we're going to have to stay tuned, watch, and see what all of this looks like. And we really won't know until maybe February, March to see what's going on. But for them to say, like, basically, we close, bro. That's it.
And it's very interesting. They're getting short-term deals right before their debut on AMC, which is fastly approaching.
Yeah,
right.
because we know the AMC deal happening, but we don't know like the money.
No,
we don't know like the like money or anything like that. So Boza commented he heard through Fightful that Macklin and Francis signed extensions to get them to Rebellion in April. Exactly. That's going to start the second quarter. For those as business folks, we know that here in America, you know, there's 4 quarters. You got, you know, what's that? January through March, April through June, July through October through December, like, you know, like those 4 quarters esque off by a month or so, but it's 4 quarters, you know, it's Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So Q2 starts about March, April. So again, that's when we're gonna kind of see the fruits of the labor, the return on investment for the AMC deal.
Yeah, they'll definitely see with that, because I think I was talking to somebody about that, as far as money is not moneying like it used to. And so you have, you know, at one point, you can kind of almost compare it to like cutting the cord, right? We all cut the cord. We got this thing, you know, it's supposed to be cheap. Yeah, I mean, Netflix was what, $5.99 when it first started. Now it's like almost $20, and you have the Hulu and people are cutting back because that PPP money has been gone. The unemployment's been gone. People are not not as employed as much as they were before. The cost of living is going up. Your money's not going up, and you're not trying to, you know, spend all this money. You're trying to. It's almost like a holding period, and I think this is what companies are doing as well. They want to make sure they can last through this weird time so that they can. I think oftentimes we see wrestling companies. We've seen WWE do it. We see AEW do it, where they get a whole bunch of wrestlers and then they do a cut. I remember that massive cut that they did when Darren Young found out when he was at a basketball game, and it was like a bunch of them got cut after like WrestleMania. And so it's just one of those things where, you know, it's just where we are. It's entertainment. It's wrestling, but it's still very much entertainment.
Still a business.
Still a business.
Just taking care of business.
Taking care of business. Sorry.
That is a song, by the way. Taking care of business.
We played that song in jazz band, so I got excited. Sorry, played it in jazz band. Sorry, TK. All right.
Somebody else can take care of business. ODB announces her final run on the independent scene. We definitely have to get an interview with her. She had such a great career. She'll definitely be featured on the Women's Wrestling Archive for sure. But talk a little bit more about this part.
Yeah, so if you have not watched TNA from back in the day, from like 2003, 2004, 2005, they had the Knockouts division. It was Gail Kim. Obviously, you had Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, but ODB was one of the heartbeats of TNA, and I'm very happy to
Mhm.
see. And she did post it on her socials that she is making her last run in the independent scene. She is taking bookings right now. She's a former TNA Knockouts champion and played a pivotal role. I remember some of the matches that she had and some encounters that she had, whether it was with Gail Kim, Awesome Kong, or members of the Beautiful People. She really did put a staple into TNA, and that actually got me hooked in watching the Knockouts division, because they were just like pretty much kicking butts, taking names, and just doing whatever they can. So I give kudos to her with ODB, because she's definitely put a lot of work in, especially in women's wrestling. And we would love for her to be on WWT, because she did play a pivotal role in the TNA Knockouts division, and she probably has so much experience, so much wisdom that she can share.
Kane?
Yeah, very excited for ODB. First ever OVW Women's Champion, I believe. That's kind of when I first heard of her. And then one day I remember watching like TNA, and I was like, I know her from somewhere. And she was really just her gimmick. She just really stood out. Like, she really stood out, and she became like must watch television. So I remember like her beefing with Courts Point, beefing with Awesome Kong, and I remember her going out with Cody Deaner. I think that was a good bit. Cody Deaner, who I wish could see how popular this hometown man gimmick is right now. Cody Deaner would love the hometown man gimmick. It's just so popping. But anyway, I remember that happening, and just being a very unconventional knockouts champion. Like, when you saw her, it was just like, this stands out. I love the angle she had with the Beautiful People. I love her bullying Eric Young when they were tag champions. Like, that was amazing. So, all in all, like, shouts to ODB, like, hell of a career. I wish that she could have been around for kind of like this era of wrestling, because she almost felt a little too early for what this wrestling is. Because ODB really wasn't a woman's wrestler. She was a wrestler in the knockout division. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes any sense. Now you see more intergender, you see mixed tag, you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing now to see men fight women as much as, just 10 years ago. So you see the difference.
I'm sorry, Kate.
Definitely. Yeah, this is for you, Sid. One, for not making it to WWT at all.
I was looking at Sid's comments.
This is for you, Sid.
I try to stay away from it, but in that case, when it comes to ODB, her and her clan is nothing to F with.
Yes.
No T-box together, said we're together. So yeah. Also, didn't she pull up at was it All In? Was it All In, or was AEW established by then? I have to check the cage match, but I remember her being at AEW, but I can't remember if it was pre-AEW All In or was it at All Out.
Might have been pre.
Before. Yeah. Because that's like random. That's like a random, like, oh yeah, ODB was on AEW television. Same thing with Tommy Dreamer. Like, Tommy Dreamer was on AEW at one point. It's just like good, like, random knowledge. Like, Rey Mysterio was in the first All In main event, like, type deal. But shouts to ODB. She still has her meat truck as well. ODB's meet and greet. She got the food truck and whatnot. So
I think she also has a book I need to purchase. I need to make a note of that. I think she does definitely. Bo said you can check that out for me.
Oh man, if she has a book, I want to read it.
I think she put out a book a couple years ago. Also, too, for my folks, my women's wrestlers, and Dylan, feel free to cut this and tag this. My goal next year, and I have been collecting, is to have to wear a women's wrestler shirt every episode of WWT. So y'all send me where y'all merch is, and I'll purchase your shirt to support. So yeah, that's one of my goals, because we can't be about it without also supporting ODB book. Okay. Cool. Let's also go into Ariana Grace turns on her father, which I kind of figured I knew it was coming on TNA. I know, Kane, you are one of the ultimate TNA folks. Talk about this because I think you commented on the chat too.
Yeah, how about Ariana Grace going full metal soprano on her daddy out here? I mean, listen, we called this weeks ago. We said that Shannon Stacks Lorenzo, who is engaged to Ariana Grace, told his father-in-law, Santino Marella, that, hey, not only am I going to take your TNA International Championship, which I did, I'm also going to take your daughter. Both of them. And looks like that Stacks has both of them. Stacks is literally stacking up the accolades courtesy of TNA. So he's going from an underboss to the boss. Making more money than your daddy. Ariana Grace has a new father, and his name's Stacks. New daddy.
Oh man.
I love this storyline.
I don't know if you can say that. Did she call him daddy on the show?
I mean, she kicked her OG daddy in the nuts. So that kind of proclaims that this is who my daddy is now. I don't need you no more. And I love afterwards where Mike Santana, who for some odd reason couldn't get into the cage after Ariana locked it and decided not to climb it. But anyway, he was just at the door struggling to get in. She unlocks the cage and she tells Santana, you know, he's a deadbeat. Don't you got a daughter? Don't be like him and don't be a deadbeat too.
Man, yeah.
Santana was like, what you gotta, you know.
Even Steve Macklin said it too. Even Steve Macklin confronted her after the match.
Yeah, Steve Macklin, who was able to climb the cage and get over. But yeah, I really love, you know, we always talk about how good wrestling has, you know, good storyline, good in-ring product. So this is very dope to see Ariana Grace go from Miss NXT to Daddy's little girl. Just happy to have a bring your daughter to work date with her father.
Right.
And they'd be like, nah, bump all of that. I'm a grown woman. This is who I is. My man's got a championship. What you got? So it's going to be a very, very enjoyable Christmas for the Morello family, I'm sure.
Look at that. He gets whomped and he decides to show up. Go ahead and play your music. I don't know where it is. Oh, does anybody know where his music is? Because he's currently driving in the streets.
Said.
Hold on, I got it.
Oh wait, I think I found it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
He appears, I believe it.
Said.
Yeah, I said the name. He pulled up. I think he pulled up.
Yeah, he did.
Hello, beautiful people. Happy Friday. Happy holidays. Your mayor is here and I've been drinking. I get filthy when that liquor getting to me. And it's a beautiful Friday. How's everybody doing?
You've been drinking, but you're driving too?
Don't question my ethics. I'm a professional out here, you know? Like, everybody's safe. Nobody's in danger.
Everybody's safe. How many people are in the car?
It's just me. Just me. Oh. You want to look? Well. You don't believe me? You want ain't nobody passenger? Nobody? Nah.
Ain't no passenger princesses. Yeah. No. See, ain't no passenger princesses because the sun's still out and said don't deal with them with the sun.
TK thought she was gonna get me caught up with like.
He said the sun's still out. Oh my God.
Smart man.
TK thought she was gonna get me caught up with like the options, and it's like, nah, no catch ups. Nah.
Yeah, no, we understand.
Still out. My bad, I didn't know. So when the sun goes down, that's when things
That's when we come outside a little bit.
That's me. That's when the sun goes down. That's when I'm at home at night reading my Bible. That's what I'm doing at night. And I go to bed.
Especially on a Friday.
By 8. Bye.
We know you're not doing that, Said. We know you ain't doing that.
By candlelight.
Tough crowd.
Oh, man.
Can't pretend to be a man of God out here. Tough crowd.
Yeah, of course. And WWE is a company of money. They are set for a crossover with Stranger Things. WWE and both AEW have been just doing a lot of different partnerships these days, which, you know, again, we were talking about return on investment and money and where we are economically. And it just makes more sense to partner with people in order to kind of make sure the money is coming in opposed to separating. So Courtney, what do you have to say about this, the crossover with Stranger Things? Because was that the last season that just happened?
It's currently ongoing.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I mean, this was kind of a no-brainer because this was supposed to happen. It was just when it was going to be official. And obviously, of course, we did see Liv Morgan at the premiere of the latest season of Stranger Things earlier this year. So it really did help that she was there along with a few other stars. And I'm really happy this crossover. I kind of wish Honey was here because she is a huge fan of Stranger Things and she would be like a kid in a candy store, be very excited for this. But it is a good opportunity because it does continue their partnership with Netflix. Very curious on how this is going to look because obviously they want to appeal not just wrestling fans, but also Stranger Things audience as well. And possibly, who knows, we may see some of their top stars in Stranger Things appear in WWE, well, most specifically Raw programming since it's on Netflix. So we could see a little bit of crossover between the two, but also really thinking strategically wise on how this is going to work, the execution, and also the main purpose. But I'm happy it's teaming up with one of Netflix's top shows, and I'm pretty sure this won't be one of the last times they would do this.
Said?
You know what? I like this for a number of reasons because it's very hot right now with Stranger Things. And I think we have the next batch coming on Christmas Day, followed up by New Year's Eve. So it's going to probably be between. We don't have the Wyatt 6 bring out 11 to do something with like Tala or Solo using the strength on them. Like we've missed the mark. That has to be what it is. That has to be. But since it's Netflix, you might see the characters just in the audience on Monday Night Raw, which is still good. But I mean, Christmas Day, which is next Thursday, there's a lot of people who bought those tickets in advance to go see the next episode. So good call by WWE actually marketing on something that people are fond of outside of the wrestling space.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, said you we're right here with it because I was gonna say I need Nikki Cross and 11 to become the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Like first episode, 11 just shows up. Nikki Cross is like, I'm going to challenge Asuka and Kairi Sane for the championships, and then you don't have a tag team partner, and then 11 comes out with a nosebleed and whatever happens. What went longer, Roman Reigns' title reign or Stranger Things on air? Like, what was just more drawn out and unnecessarily long for no reason? Roman Reigns' title reign or Stranger Things?
Well, first off, I think Roman Reigns.
That's not fair to Stranger Things.
Wow.
Man.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Allie. I mean,
with
think
that
about
being
this.
said,
I think those, like, the kids were actual kids when Roman Reigns started his championship reign, and now they're like 38. And Roman Reigns' reign just ended like a year ago. They have like houses and taxes and responsibilities.
oh my God. Just check out Women's Wrestling Archive, y'all.
Yeah.
Women's wrestling didn't just show up yesterday in glitter boots. We've been here the entire time, body slamming through history.
The Women's Wrestling Archive launches January 1st, 2026, and it's going to pave the way for all women's wrestling.
Because if we don't document it, a man might say he did it first.
This has been a passion project for a very long time. Head over to the womenswrestlingarchive.com to donate 1, 5, or whatever you can. It all goes a long way.
Let's give these women the spotlight that they've always deserved.
Her story belongs in history. Help us preserve it today. Join us at womenswrestlingarchive.com. Support the archive. Support women's wrestling. Donate today.
Please make sure you donate. It's going to be awesome because you get to get fun facts like this. Hey, y'all, I just did a little bit of research, a little bit of show prep, if you will. Do you know who the WWE champion was in 2016, in July of 2016, when Stranger Things debuted? Do you know who the WWE champion was?
Who?
Dean Ambrose. That's how long Stranger Things has been on the air. But it's only been like 4 seasons, right? It's only been like 4 or 5 seasons, but it's been on for like almost 10 years. But Dean Ambrose was WWE champion when Stranger Things debuted. So there we go.
There it is.
Wow.
Speaking of another partnership, I think this is way more on the East Coast. I did see one of these places, this restaurants in Vegas. White Castle and All Elite Wrestling tag up for a new AEW Bacon Brawl combo. Courtney, let's talk about this other partnership that's coming for AEW.
So, yeah, this is a very interesting one because I think Christina and I talked about this over the summer where they were just starting to do a partnership with White Castle. So this is a second opportunity that they're doing. And I know AEW released an official press release on their website where it's unveiled the Bacon Brawl combo, available only for a limited time nationwide starting December 27th, 2025 through January 31st, 2026. And obviously, of course, it does. White Castle's bringing the bacon and AEW is bringing the brawl for a high impact flavor fest for cravers and wrestling fans, exclusively available only at White Castle locations nationwide. And pretty much it kind of goes into detail on the promotion and everything else. But yeah, there is a lot of stuff. There is a lot of White Castle in the East Coast. And I mean, if you watched Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, you kind of know the reference of the restaurant.
I think I went there once and I was not impressed. But you know,
you were probably like super non-lit. So that's why you kind of got to be like no one gets White Castle at 3:48 in the afternoon. You know what I mean? Like White Castle's good. Like said in the street, only when they show it. Only at night.
That was good. That was good.
Only
that
at
was
night.
Good.
Oh my
Only at night.
Am I still on?
It's this.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Let me take this.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So wait, Courtney, were you just reading a text? Was that text?
No, that was a press release from White Castle.
Okay, that was a press release. I was like, so you didn't come up with that? Because I'm trying to figure out how that wasn't a womp.
What, as far as like the Harold and Kumar?
No, as far as like you bringing the bacon, AEW's bringing the brawl. That's
not
a womp.
No, that's the name of the burger.
Release.
That's the name of the burger.
Okay, I'm just checking.
He really wants me to get womps. Like,
no, I just wanted to make sure that was like reading text and not something you just came up with off the strength. I just want to make sure.
I mean,
with this, no, it's all good. It was.
I mean, when we refer to the bacon brawl here, the bacon brawl is the beef between Courtney and Sid.
There's no beef.
No womp. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, I would just say I was ready for the. Okay, looks like with the beef. Ooh, I was gonna say, what's the deal? What's the deal with the beef, guys? Don't be in a pickle about it. Those womps are buns.
Wow.
I don't deserve those.
Back to back.
You know, AEW actually stands for All Elite White Castle. Just one word.
We're just gonna have a whole womp half hour up until SmackDown.
Okay, that's all I got.
Oh, good Lord, good Lord. Did you have anything to say other than campaigning for Courtney to get a WOMP said about AEW and White Castle?
I mean, it's cool partnership. Obviously, going with any fast food chain, like you said, those are more vast in the East Coast. I think the only White Castle I know of on the West is in Vegas. So it should parlay into like them traveling, more people buying the meals. Like it's a good move. It's a good move overall.
Yeah, doctors across America are thrilled at this. That there's going to be people eating bacon, brawl, and fries. They're just going to love the concept of this. Yeah, so
The
doctors
AEW
across
fan
America-
base is not a healthy and fit fan base, so it tracks. It tracks.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
last story before we get out of here. Seth Rollins. Oh my God. Seth Rollins says, when I'm done wrestling, I want to be in the booth calling a Bears game, and then I want to be calling the shots in Gorilla in WWE, which I think is very possible. But Courtney, tell us a little bit more about this.
He's already there.
Well, yeah, that is true. I mean, that is kind of true because he's on Good Morning Football, and also he'll be calling the game next Thursday on Netflix. One of the Christmas games, he'll be calling it. But just kind of going into details regarding Seth Rollins, obviously, of course, since he's been shoulder-lined with a shoulder injury, he's been on Good Morning Football. He's been on the Rich Eisen show while also announcing a draft pick for the Chicago Bears earlier this year, along with many other WWE stars. And as I mentioned, he is going to be part of NFL's Christmas Day broadcast of the game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. And he was speaking with Bleacher Report on this latest interview, and he kind of goes into further, I quote, "I want to do it all. I don't see any reason why I can't. Who says I can't do both? I love WWE and I want to be a part of it for as long as I can, as long as they'll have me, whether that's an in-ring or behind the scenes. And I love talking about football. So if I can continue to kind of create my own space in that world and people will have me, I love to be there and talk about it. It's a great thing to be able to do both. I'm super lucky. When I'm done, I want to be in the booth calling a Bears game, and then I want to be calling the shots in Gorilla in WWE. So let's do it all." And also, he says he loves football. So only if the Bears win. And if the Bears lose, he says he hates football.
Yes, great tweets. Although he likes football now, he's going to really hate football when the Chicago Bears get upset in the NFC divisional round this year. Sorry, Seth.
Easiest first round exit I've ever seen.
I mean, it's just, I mean, we all know what's finna happen. I don't know why we even gonna get involved. What would it be the 2 seed? So whoever the 7 seed is, congratulations already to you. Seth Rollins is a wrestling lifer, and he's also a WWE lifer. He will fall on that shield. He loves it. Whoever your favorite wrestler is, it's not enough. He's gonna talk trash to him on the interwebs and defend the company. Also, Seth Rollins has the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy. So obviously he wants to give back. You see some of his graduates on WWE television, that being Nathan Frazier is a Black and Brave graduate. So you already see his fingerprints on WWE television, Seth Rollins, lifer. Plus, you know, he met his wife there. So that always kind of helps you be loyal. Don't tell Dean Ambrose that, but you know. Put it out there. Yeah, but shouts to Seth. Hope to see him back. Nobody else cares? Okay, cool.
No, I think she's frozen.
Oh, TK, are you frozen?
I think she's frozen.
This is like the worst
She's
mannequin
frozen?
challenge ever.
You want to
This is
build
like-
a snowman?
Oh, man.
I think she's frozen.
Yeah,
Oh.
either that or okay. Oh, TK, you're back. Oh,
Yeah, because he was frozen for a little bit. Sad, do you want to have any thoughts regarding Seth's comments?
Yeah, I like the ambition. He's obviously on Good Morning Football while nursing his injury, which is a great lateral move for him to journey into another world. So once his career is done inside ring, that's a natural landing spot. And he is a Bears super fan. Like, shout out to Up Up Down Down. I don't know how many times I've seen Seth Rollins win the Madden tournaments with the same Chicago Bears before they were a trendy and good team. So the fact that he can get to call a game, be a part of the actual Shield as a whole, it's a good move because I don't think he'll ever be apart from the WWE banner and brand. He'll probably be on a lot of people's Mount Rushmore once he calls it quits as a career. but to be able to do something you love, something that really sets your soul on fire, meaning that his childhood favorite team, being a part of that organization in any way, calling games, being an ambassador for the Chicago Bears, he's doing it the right way. Setting himself up for a nice career of things that he would want to show up for afterwards. And I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, I think Seth is doing amazing things. He's definitely done a lot, especially throughout this whole football season. He's been on Good Morning Football, and please make sure to watch the show because it's really fun seeing everybody with like Jamie Erdell, Kyle Brandt. Obviously, they do have amazing people on that show, especially if you get ready for football. Make sure to check him out on Rich Eisen because he does do amazing work. He's a diehard Chicago Bears fan, and if you see his tweets, during football season. So make sure to check him out. As I mentioned, he will be on the sidelines next Thursday for the Christmas Day game, one of the games.
Who, Seth?
But yes, Seth. He's will
that's
be
dope.
corresponded. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Shouts to Seth Rollins. He definitely has a vision for his future.
That was actually pretty good, by the way.
Thank you. Yes. It's Christmas
But
time.
Boss Lady's having some technical issues. But since this is our last show of 2025, I figured we get some reflections throughout this whole year. Did you have a favorite moment during WWT? What did you like about wrestling? Anything, just reflecting on it. And as we head into 2026.
Oh, man. 2 favorite moments. I start with the men's side first. Joe Hendry at WrestleMania, just being there live. I was watching it the other day because we was wondering who Randy's opponent was going to be. And I don't think no one guessed Joe Hendry, especially because a lot of us saw Joe Hendry less than 8 hours prior at Fourth Rope, where that show ended at like 4 a.m. And to see him take on Randy Orton and to hear that pop into the excitement, beer was flying everywhere in my section. I got the stain on my shirt to always remind me because the beer stain didn't come out. So that was exciting to see, big moment. And then for the women's side, that same card, that triple threat between Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky, where Io Sky walked in and walked out, still women's world champion. Magnificent. So just a great year of wrestling for me personally to really dive back into it and travel more and go to so many live events, covering events. It's been dope, man. This is such a dope spectrum that we have with enjoying wrestling. I think it's the greatest form of theater, the greatest art form out there. And gosh darn it, it's still real to me, damn it. And we got a lot more wrestling to go. So enjoy wrestling. Happy wrestling, everybody.
Said?
Yeah, there were a lot of positive moments over the year for WWE. I mean, I'm not trying to have recency bias. I was just at Survivor Series, got to see John's second to last match. So that'll always hold a special place in my heart. I'm a big Royal Rumble fan, so seeing John come in at number 23 for 23 years, but also just being in Vegas that week and being around the other body of creators was also really dope. I've been around the Councilman a few times. That was my first time meeting the Professor, which was very dope. So I'll always hold that week close to heart. And yeah, like Kane said, we're in a very interesting and fun space where we can just bond and create over something that we love that affects so many people's lives in different ways, whether you're just a fan, whether you do it for a living. It brings people together in a positive way. So onward and upward in 2026. And yeah, there'll be much more moments to cover as we get further into this thing, get into WrestleMania season, and we'll have you locked on that. I know it's our last WWT Live, but since Christmas is coming up next week, I think I'm going to do a Monday Night Raw post show. You know, I didn't want to do one this past Monday, but I think I'm going to lock you guys in on Monday night and be real festive, you know? Get some eggnog, wear a onesie or something like that. I might hold y'all down.
Well, I guess I came in at the right time.
See, I don't want Tika to see that because Tika gonna text me like minutes before. You still doing the post shoot? Like, nah, it's just you know, it's okay.
Just like I was waiting for the Mercedes Mornay article. You know,
so there's a reason for that. I'm actually mourning.
Not yet.
Losses.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
Some potential losses. Oh yeah. Oh, the ROH Women's TV title. Yes, I know that's what you're mourning. The ROH Women's TV title that she lost to Red Velvet. Yes.
There's a few losses that I'm mourning that I'm trying to articulate the words without anger. It's kind of like you guys not voting Lola Vice most improved. I gotta decompress a little bit before I get back right with y'all.
All right. Did everybody say their goodbyes yet?
Yes.
All right. Well, wait, my dog wants to go for a walk. Courtney, everybody said their goodbyes.
Oh no, I did not. No, I was waiting for you to come back. Man, it has been a fun year of wrestling. Not just WWE, but everywhere in wrestling. And for me, it's kind of a personal reflection because being here for over a year in WWT has been a wild ride. Just really getting back into that, doing so much media activity, whether it's WWE or AEW, just experiencing that live, having the chance to get questions answered by Tony Storm and Chris Statlander has been very huge for me as well. Also, not just WWT, but diving into the commentary space in independent wrestling has helped me out a lot because I had the chance to interact with a lot of fans, a lot of content creators, also having the chance to meet Honey in person, which is fun because we're in the same state, but we're like 2-3 hours apart from each other. So it's really nice to just spend some time with her and just really get some content in representing WWT and also for our content as well. Also, just enjoying the watch-alongs as well for AEW Dynamite. I don't know how I managed to do that from 4 hours to 3 hours to 6 hours for All In Texas.
You did a 7-hour one too, right?
I don't think it was 7. It was 6.
Okay.
Six American hours? Ooh.
Yeah, 6 American hours. But
you are
it's
the
been
girl, Court.
But it's been fun spending a time with all of you as well. And I'm really excited for 2026. I think we do have some amazing stuff happening in WWT. I'm just excited. And yeah, WWT is going to go international in 2026 because not only am I eyeing Wembley Stadium, I'm also eyeing Canada. So
there it is.
Yeah.
Wait, has everybody else said their goodbyes, their follows and all that stuff?
Now, yes, we did. Yes, well, not the follows. We just gave a reflection, but now we finna wait for yours, and then we're gonna sign off for 2025.
A reflection. Yeah, I agree, Courtney. Same thing. Definitely. If you had told me where WWT would be now versus when it started in 2017, I would have been like, okay, what? So I'm very proud of everybody who's been a part of the company and have done so many things, definitely putting in the hours. It's not easy. Shout out to our producer from the future, putting out all those clips because it wouldn't happen without him. So definitely shout out to you, Dylan. Shout out to our information officer, Bosa, and everybody else who's joining the chat. If nobody was watching, I am not one of those people who keep on grinding. So definitely appreciate you guys for showing up when we put in the work. And all our co-hosts, those are here and those who can't be here for putting in the work as well. Definitely appreciate you all. And yeah, just crazy things. Wrestling has, it's so funny. If you guys have been following my stories, I've been just doing random stories from whatever. And I posted a picture of me and Xavier. And it's because of him that this thing all started. So it's just very wild how everything get started and where we are. But with that being said, continue to follow the stories. More wrestling from all places. They're going to be coming to WWT. The Women's Wrestling Archive is dropping soon as well. And with that being said, Courtney, you can get ready with the ending stream button because my computer is on the fritz. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. See y'all next year.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.